What's up, everybody? Welcome to our channel. We are in Mobile, Alabama, and we're going to look at some abandoned housing projects in Mobile, Alabama. Now, if you're wondering why would we do this, there's a lot of reasons. I'll explain to you guys.
Head east on Fresh Drive toward West Cardinal Drive.
Turn it off. For the most part, a lot of these housing projects are being demolished, not just in Alabama, but all over the country. And over the years, thousands of people get to live in these projects. And in the long run, these types of places like this will eventually be knocked down and their memory forever forgotten, unless there's a video on YouTube. So that's why we're doing it. And I should have put it on 4K. That's really what. But days like today, the 4K video doesn't even come out that great. So we're probably not even going to do that. I guess some parts of it are still being inhabited. But what will eventually happen is that most of this will become abandoned, vacant. They'll knock it down. And then the memory forever forgotten. But if there's a video on YouTube, good quality resolution video on YouTube, it's something that the people could use to remember these neighborhoods by. So we're on Cardinal right now. And you'll be able to have something to remember it by. I've done several projects already where we did a video of the projects, and then like a year later they get demolished, and then that video was the only video on the internet about that place that was, accessible. So it may look kind of defeats the purpose of why the crap would you go around recording projects that are almost ready to get destroyed. But you'll find out in the future why we're doing this, so you can thank me later. It may not make a lot of sense now, but it will in the future. I need a map open like every second of the way here. This is a giant complex that's kind of circle shaped. Of course, real estate in Alabama is not that expensive, so makes me think this could really sit for a while. It's cheaper just to let it sit than it is to try to fix it. Hey, with the volume off, there's another complex right across the street too that I wanted to check out. With the volume off, find me the video for Throw Some D's on It. I think this is where they filmed that music video, Throw Some D's on It. Remember like when we were like 15, there's a music video called Throw Some D's on It?
Oh, I never watched that. That was all you.
Oh, okay, well, I know you never watched it, but some of us were teenagers at one point. Throw Some D's on It.
Rich Boy?
Rich Boy, yeah, that's the guy. Play it. Does that look like we're wearing out? No, it was bricks. Okay, so it might be on the other side. I was from the Mobile, Alabama. Maybe it was not far from here. It was all bricks. Well, this side's all bricks. Maybe it was in here. You see this little design on the building? It's bottoms down, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Nobody's around us?
No one is around.
Yeah, keep an eye out. Make sure nobody's walking around with anything. This place looks super scary. Oops. So we're here, so that way we'll go left, I guess. We were just on Cardinal. Cardinal goes all the way around. We'll go this way. Find the buildings, what they look like. The beginning of the video shows some housing projects. I'm pretty sure it was in Mobile, Alabama. I just don't know if it's these or the ones that which projects are at, because it'd be a cool clickbait title. This is where they film these. I'll slow down real quick when this car passes. So Alabama's super dangerous.
There was like a 2-story building at the beginning.
Let me see. Let me see what they look like. Can you just pause it there? Okay, got it. Alright, cool. So it's not these. Back to map. Yeah, so it might kind of look like, why the crap would you record these beat-down projects? Well, these projects are apartments. They might be apartments. I'm not even sure. They look like projects just because of the way they're laid out. So there's a main street going that way. But this is like absolutely some of the most run-down places I've ever seen anywhere in the country. Mobile Home Housing Board. Wow. So this is government housing. Bro, this is like the crap.
Mobile Housing
Board. Right. So it's like a project. It's a project. Dude, this is like absolutely decrepit. Unbelievable. Some of these are still in use. And it's like hit or miss too. That's what's like, what the crap about it. It's like, it's not like some of them are in use. It's like some of them are still in use. So it's like, I guess the ones that were in worse shape, they're like, nope. And the ones that were better, they're still using them. That's crazy. And they're all like dead end. Like if you go into that, that's a good dead end right there. You can't go into there. There's no way out. Dude. Absolutely some of the worst projects I've ever seen in the country. Since some of these are still in use. Most are empty at this point. This is worse than the ones in Birmingham. Have we seen? I don't think I've seen projects just about anywhere. I mean, this is just about as bad as it gets. Get the sun in our face.
Some of them, like the roofs, look really good.
Yeah, they've tried to fix. Some are fixed up, but most are just like. Alright, let's keep moving through here. It is absolutely a giant complex. Like this is massive. Some are still in use. The roads are just. What the crap? It's like, this is giant, bro. Like, this goes on forever. This is just gigantic. Roads are in really bad shape. And this is one complex. There's actually another one about the same size on the other side. Dude, like, the whole thing is just boarded up. Totally decrepit. Unbelievable. That there's still people living in some of these is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, be real careful. Stay lectures runs. Remember, you're in Alabama. At all times, please pay attention.
Yeah.
It's super freaking dangerous. Some of these are kind of like houses. See these? They're kind of laid out like houses, and some are duplexes. Even if they're not literally projects, then they're still like apartments. It's still laid out like a project.
Yeah.
I wonder how long this has been vacant for. They still got to cut the grass. You can see that?
Yeah.
So it's like they still have to kind of maintain it somehow.
Yeah.
You know how much it would cost to get this place mowed every month? It's giant. Absolutely terrifying, bro. They got bougainvilleas right there. Nobody coming up behind us? Stay alert. The fact that some of these are still in use, it's like, what the crap? Dude. There's still like cars going through here, like some of these are still used. That's insane that it was in this condition, like some of these things are still like in use. I guess the ones that weren't that bad, they're still using them.
Yeah.
Most are boarded up, but here's a car here, so like this one's got a window unit. So I guess some of these are still used, bro. That's crazy. I think that something like that. Yeah, there's people living there. And they're the only ones living on this street. That's wild, bro. But someday this video will have a value to trust. One day this will be all demolished. This will all be gone. And then the thousands and thousands of families who lived here over the years, they're going to have memories. They're going to want to see it. They're going to want to relive it. They'll come to this video, and this will be a valuable video to somebody in the future. Because we've already done this to several projects. No dumping sign. I'm not going to talk to him. And then that way back, and they give us like the most cold stare ever.
Yep.
Just well up out here. Remember last time we were in Pritchard? Last time we were in Mobile, Alabama area, in Pritchard on the north side.
Yep.
We drove by a place like this. We saw somebody. He got on the phone right away. And then next thing we knew, there was cars behind us that we didn't know who. You know what I mean? Like so, sometimes like they'll see you driving around.
Yep.
And they'll call their buddy like, "Hey, bro, this car out here like da 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 da."
Yep.
You know. So Alabama is it's dangerous. It's not a place you want to play games in.
Nope.
You might drive past somebody, they'll call somebody and say, "Hey, bro, car like this, like that, da da da." I guess there's parts where they've knocked them down. Okay, so you see there's projects on the other side called Arlington. We're gonna eventually go there.
Okay.
Stay on this loop. This is the outside loop right here. Right. There's more going that way. There's more going this way. Oh, they closed it.
Closed.
Huh. Dude, this is absolutely massive. And like you can see, like the ones that are better, they still got people living in here. That's insane, bro.
Didn't they have like a smaller version of houses like this in Brooksville, and they turned them into luxury condos?
They did, but the thing is, that's Brooksville. This ain't Brooksville.
I don't know.
Well, there's residential neighborhoods out. We gotta turn back around to get back in there. Bro, those residential neighborhoods right over there. This is absolutely massive. I think one way Alabama definitely failed is that as a state as a whole created a. See, I think they blocked it off. So now these are all vacant. Those all like abandoned and stuff. I think Alabama as a state, see, it's blocked off on the left. Yeah, they blocked. So there's a part to the left. I have to go to the right. Yeah, it's barricaded. So they barricaded it going that way. But there's more projects going that way, but they barricaded it. So we have to go this way. There's a hole here so big they had to put cones in it. And somebody apparently hit it. Hey, they got a nice super. Well, this is absolutely massive. And I would venture to say this has to be the worst projects in the country. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. We've seen projects in New York City. We've seen projects in Detroit. Do we see projects in Detroit? Well, Detroit doesn't even matter. The regular areas are so bad. You don't need to get into. I think we did projects in Detroit.
No, we didn't.
That's interesting. I can't believe I didn't think about that. Do they have that in Detroit? I'm just thinking
I think so.
Everywhere you look, it's just everything's boarded up.
Yeah.
Boarded up. Interstate 10 passes right by there. Like if you're on the interstate, you're passing right by this. And you be careful you don't get shot at or something. Man, Alabama is super freaking dangerous. That's one thing I learned about Alabama when I lived in Alabama. This is one of the most dangerous states you can live in, hands down. Imagine you get a flat tire in a place like this, they're not gonna come. Like you call a tow truck and you tell them, "Hey, I got a flat tire over here," or you know, my car broke down over here, or I hit a pothole and my car's not running over here. They're not gonna come in here. They might call their buddies up and say, "Hey, I know where this car's stranded. If you want to go rob them," you know, like it's that type of place where you don't want to kind of enter at your own risk. You call the cops and tell them, "Hey." They might come and arrest you for trespassing. It's just Alabama's that wicked, bro. It's like when you call for help here, if something were to happen to you out here, like you get shot at or your car breaks down or something, when you call for help, tow truck law enforcement, they're not going to even help you. You're probably more likely than not be at your own. You're on your own. Now, there's a complex on the other side. I don't know if it's abandoned or in use, but we'll find out. We're all good. There's apparently more projects on the other side. I just don't know if they're inhabited. It's crazy. This is on Google Earth, and on Google Earth, it doesn't look this bad on Google Earth. It's actually like way worse in person. These roads are unbelievable. BHE, that's written like all over these. Not sure what that means. Look, more projects on the other side. Looks like they're abandoned too. Gas station right here. More projects on the other side. Interstate 10 is like right there. That's what's crazy about this place. It's like the interstate's right there. If we were just driving Interstate 10, you've driven like 500 feet from all this. This is completely decrepit out here. Completely abandoned. There might not be people living on this side over here, like there were on the other side. Bro. So we thought it was just the north side of Mobile that was kind of. We went through Prichard and all that on the north side. This is the south side. They got stuff like this going on too. So it's like the whole city's got. Dude, don't tell me there's people living out here too. That's crazy. But you go figure, in the nice neighborhood, you can buy a house that's inhabitable for $20,000-$40,000. So if a house that's inhabitable is $20,000 or $40,000, what do you expect for free? You know. Cops over there. Maybe we could talk to the cops. They'll probably tell us to try to arrest us. Let's say we're trespassing. Like, yeah, don't do that. That's a crazy thing about like Alabama, bro. Like, don't ever assume anything of that sort, bro. Like, you might end up in more trouble just by talking to a cop than you will by not. But then they know that they can't mess with people from out of state too. Like, it's different. They know they can't. Whatever they pull off on the locals. This is like a really expensive Jaguar right there.
Yeah.
Let's go this way. They're gonna likely come look at us.
Yep.
They're almost guaranteed they're gonna come mess with us. They see a truck this nice coming through here, they're gonna think, oh man, this guy's the plug for Florida.
Oh my god.
You know how that goes. Put that in back here. I'm actually more, with the time that I lived in Alabama, I'm not trying to promote like hating law enforcement. I'm just promoting common sense. From the time I lived in Alabama, much more afraid of law enforcement than I am of criminals in the state.
Yeah.
There is a way to get out of here. Over that way. They're a residential neighborhood. This is a dead end right here. We've been to Detroit, Baltimore, Chicago. Because there's always somebody from Mobile, Alabama is going to say, oh, that's nothing. You should see Detroit. We've been to Detroit. We've been to Baltimore. We've been to Chicago. Chicago is actually a really nice city.
Yeah.
People talk so much crap about Chicago. And you can tell they've never actually been there.
Yeah.
Wow, dangerous. And then about Alabama, like, see those.
And then there's the guy who's never left his town, and he's talking about
You've
never been to Sudan
Yeah. And you've never been to Chicago.
Somalia.
Oh, you think our neighborhood's bad? You should go to Chicago. You should go to Detroit. We've been to all those places. The difference is that here in Alabama, those two cops right there, you'll get shot right here in front of those two cops. And those cops, they'll probably drive off when they hear the gunshots. More than drive towards it, they'll drive off. They're like, yep, time to go. There's no stop sign here, but I'm going to pretend there's a stop sign and stop. And the other thing about law enforcement in Alabama is, yes sir, yes ma'am, all of your punctuation. Forget to say yes sir and yes ma'am to a police officer in Alabama, and you are in for a treat. It's yes sir, how can I help? Yes sir, I'm sorry I've inconvenienced you. I'm sorry you've had to pull me over. I wouldn't even understand why I'd have you waste your valuable time on a piece of crap like me. Back in Florida, I get pulled over. It's like, ¿Qué tú quieres, mijo? I talk to them in Spanish, even though I know English. They pull me over in Florida, I'm talking in Spanish. Ignorant, bro. Can't do that here. See, they left.
Yeah.
They saw us and they left. That's a bad sign. We should get the crap out of here.
Yeah.
They left. We should leave.
You need to leave.
Let's get out of here. GPS, let me see where I can get out of here through Arlington back to Michigan. We'll get up out of here. They left. That's scary. Right in front of those cops, they'll shoot you. And the cops here, they know that they're not. People aren't afraid to throw their life away. So what do they got to lose? It's worth getting involved in it. Nothing. They're getting the crap out of the way. This is confusing. I guess you go this way.
Yeah, I guess.
There's more people living on this side over here, but those projects over there, it's just completely devoid. Dallas, Houston, or New Orleans, whatever. Cop right there. Coming this way. My time in Alabama, I learned to be more afraid of law than I did of the criminals. I'll tell you that much. And there's no rights, right? It's not like you go, oh, well, you know, I got rights, or, yeah, okay, you got rights. Yeah, okay. No, you can't search my vehicle without a warrant. Okay. You can't search a vehicle without a warrant. Okay. So I can put, I still got my Alabama concealed carry permit still at 100. If I got put over, that's what I'd show him. I wouldn't even show my Florida driver's license. Dude, they got cops in here. Are you hear the cop?
Yeah.
Bro, this is absolutely decrepit.
Yeah. You're gonna get on the expressway.
That's it right there.
Yep.
I know you're trying to drive. Show enough is.
It's always my turn to
It's your turn to
drive.
drive. What are you talking about?
Drive for them, boy.
Arr. This way. I guess Vogues are getting popular. Oh snap! Look at that old school right there. Look at that old school. See what he's riding on a Carlo. Sweet deal. He's got the red Ford just to match it. West.
Yep.
Get out of here. That was neat. Now we just gotta get out of here. Awesome video. I had no idea. I guarantee, like, we've been to a lot of projects. Miami, Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville locked down their projects before we got to them. And, we've been to a lot of projects. Atlanta, Birmingham. Yeah, this is some of the realest projects I've ever seen. Like, that looks like something out of 1996 right there, dude. That's some 1990 stuff going on in 2022. That is insane, bro. And you drive through here on the interstate, you would never guess what's going on back there. Awesome video, man. Definitely the worst projects in USA, hands down.